Hey everyone, and welcome back to another session of how to build in No Man's Sky. Now perhaps you remember the Nomad coaster. That was a project that was built by Action Pants Gaming and myself, and we used a lot of different bends and curves to create the track. So today I would like to show you how we can use the Olo and Facta curve to create smooth curves. But before we go into that, let's have a quick refresher on what the Olo and Facta curve are. Now the first curve we're gonna have a look at is the Olo curve, which was first created by a builder named Ologoros. So let's begin with placing one pyramid on top of this cube and then add two more pyramids on its side. Once these are in place, we can now connect another pyramid mirrored against it. And now we can continue with 4 more pyramids. And then from there we can do this 2 more times. After a few of these, you can see the curve taking shape, and if I would place the pipes on the right spot, you can see the size and the radius of the Olo curve. Now the Facta curve is very similar to the Olo curve, although it has a little bit of a different setup, but this curve was made and shared by Facta. So once again we will begin with one pyramid on the cube here, and then connect one more pyramid on its side. Now instead of having another pyramid here, we will place a cube on the bottom of the pyramid. Now we can place another pyramid as so, and then continue placing 2 more pyramids against it. And now let's repeat this 2 more times. Once again you can see a curve taking shape, but it has a much wider radius. So now we have covered the basics, let us see how we can use these techniques to curve the floor we have here. Okay, so let's now begin with bending this floor right here, and let's do it in this direction. And we will use the Facta curve to do that. So on the outside of this floor we will place a paving, and then the adjacency from the paving to the cylinder. Like that. Now on top of this cylinder we will place a cube, and move the cube 1 step inside of the floor. Now we can delete this cube and this cylinder and connect a pyramid on the outside as so. So make sure it's rotated, and this is our position to start from. Now we will create our curve in this direction. So now we place another pyramid on here, then connect a cube on the outside of that pyramid, and now we continue making our curve the same way we did the curve in the beginning of the video. So once you have done your curve, you can go as far as you want. You can now place a cube on the outside of this pyramid, on the central pyramid. And now we can delete these, we don't need them. And on the top of this cube we'll place a pipe, and the reason for that is because I'm not going to be able to snap a cylinder on the bottom of this cube. If we go to the cylinder you will see that it snaps on the side and not on the bottom. So what we will have to do is put a pipe on top, so that allows us then to take away our cubes, put another cylinder here, so we can put another cylinder on the bottom here. And now what we're going to do, we put another cylinder here, and now we can, as you can see, you can flip the cylinder by moving your cursor along the axis of that cylinder. So what we want to make sure is that the bottom of the cylinder is like that. As you can see, it rotates, so the bottom is down there. And now we adjacency to the paving. And once again we do this here as well. Make sure that our cylinder is proper. As you can see, it doesn't rotate right now, so let's just try and see what happens. And that's good. And now we place 2 more pavings on the outside like that, and now we can delete these 2 pavings. And then on the outside of that we can place and snap our floors without even having to glitch them in. Now what we're going to do right now, we are going to make this floor now curve in this direction upwards, and now we will be using the Olo curve. So you could do 2 things, or either you use the position you have already here to curve up like that, because we already have a pyramid here to work from, or we just delete everything and restart from here again. So what we're gonna do right now, we'll place a paving here, an adjacency from the paving to a cylinder. Now we put a cube on here, we place another cube here, and now we place a pyramid right there as so. And now as you can see, we will be curving our floor in this direction. So now we'll place one pyramid here and another pyramid, and we can build our oval curve until we are happy with the size. Let's do one more. And again, as we would do the curve there, we place a cube against the pyramids on the center of the curve. Now we place pipes on top. And then we delete these so we have more space to work. And now we place another pipe or a cylinder on the bottom here and place our pavings. So now here we will be rotating. As you can see, I'm not allowed to rotate. So let's just see what happens. We just adjacency to the paving. That one is on the right position. And now on these pavers, we'll place now a floor. And once again, we can delete our curve as we won't need it anymore. Now we place one floor inside, and then the other two we will frontage glitch in. So depending on the direction you want your floor to be directed, you will have to also adjust the rotation of your floor here, because as you can see, if I now would frontage from this wall to the floor, you will see that the rotation is different. So either you leave it like this and then you put a wall like that and then frontage it in this direction. As you can see now, it follows the same direction of that floor, or you rotate this floor like this. And now you frontage from here to that floor. And there we go. So now we can delete these floors, and you can see that now we have a Euler curve and a factor curve nicely connected to each other. Now how can we go up and down with our curves? So let's go have a look at how we do that. So let's begin with the factor curve and start with a paving once again here, an adjacency from the paving to a cylinder. On top of this cylinder we place another cylinder. Now we place on top of that a pyramid, and we do a factor curve. So two pyramids, a cube, then a new set of pyramids. Now we do three, of course, then a cube again, and one more time we do another pyramid on top here. And now delete these cubes so we have some more space to work from. And here we can simply place our cylinder on the bottom and then adjacency from the cylinder to the paving. And now on the pavings, we can now simply snap our floor against. And you can see now the floor is starting to curve slightly up. To curve the floor down, we do the same once again. We adjacency from the paving to the cylinder. Now bring two cylinders down and then connect on that cylinder your pyramid. Now we create again our factor curve. We can delete the cubes here, and now again, as we would do, we place two cylinders on top and then we adjacency from the cylinder to the paving. On these pavings, we now connect our floor. And the floor curves nicely back horizontally. Now the same we can do once again with the Euler curve. So let's begin with pulling this floor up with the Euler curve. So we begin once again from the paving, adjacency to the cylinder. On that cylinder we place our pyramid, and now we will create the Euler curve. Now on the bottom of these, we can now connect our cylinder and adjacency to the paving. On these pavings, we can now connect our floor once again. And now you can see that this floor is curving up nicely, a little bit in a sharper angle. And now we will do the same and bring our floor back down. So we bring the paving back, adjacency to the cylinder. Bring the cylinder down, connect our pyramid against this one, as so, and create the holocurve. On top of these we now place our cylinder back, and on top of these we now adjacency from the cylinder to the paving. And connect our floors against that one. And this is how you can curve your floor. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to check some of my other content, as I'm sure you will like it as well. Other than that, this was Beeblebum, and you have been watching how to build in No Man's Sky. Goodbye for now.